Okay, first thing I'll fix is that light. It's a little bit bright. It's like being tortured here. Let's turn that down a bit. Okay, you stay there. Okay, now I can't see anything. Okay, so today's about photo of the week. I'll just bring that photo up on my iPad so I can talk to you about it. So one of my wife's sort of things, scheduling everything. I'm glad everybody's following me. There's about 22, 30 views each day. That's nice. Now let's just go to my Facebook. Okay. So this photo, which I will have up while I'm talking, so anyway. It's shooting in a 30 knot wind. It was gale force winds when I'm trying to take the photo. I'm using 105 on the 24 to 105 mm lens. And it's not necessarily the one I would have picked for the Weather Channel to pick, but I knew it was. I know when I put the photos up which ones are potential and which ones are cannon fodder, really. This one has what's called the Yuyangs in the background. And the Yuyangs is a low range of mountains, also called the Brisbane Ranges. A few names for it, but it's all over the hills. A few hundred, I don't even know how tall it is, I won't even quote you. And it's sunny on one side of me and it's cloudy on the other side of me. So with weather photos, they do like to have a bit of sky in there, and they do like a bit of landscape so they can write things on the actual screen. I probably should actually do a Weather Channel talk in the next few days probably. I'll just see what the next schedule is. Alright, so if you saw the start, you would have seen that little bit of B-roll of the Vespa outside the medical centre. So I did go to the medical centre today. We won't talk much about photo of the week. I want to just talk. So with the medical centre, if you've been following on the story, which I think most of you have, the latest results are diabetes is right on the cusp of being normal. And I mean right on the cusp. So he's reduced my diabetes medication back from 2 tablets to 1. He took me off cholesterol tablets 2 months ago, and the cholesterol was normal, but now the cholesterol's gone up a little bit, so he's put me back on cholesterol tablets, which worries me a bit because statins can sometimes slow down your weight loss. I mentioned that to him. He said just do it for another 6 months. But the rest of my blood tests came back normal. I mean, my blood pressure's perfect, 120 over 70. It's fine. I got a pat on the back from the doctor, which is physical contact. I've not had that before. And it was a really good day. It was nice riding the Vespa. It was nice and sunny. I actually left my gloves off. Normally I don't do that. I know it's not a safe idea, but I wanted to feel a bit of sun on my skin actually, because it was nice in the sun. And I got caught in the traffic jam coming home, but I knew that would happen. I want to talk a bit about a video I just watched too. I know this is turning into a bit like Sunday sessions, but I am trying not to make this too much of a how-to channel, but I do like to talk about how people have been creative. And Russ was talking on the video I watched today, and he was talking about Capcut Pro versus the DJI Mimo app and Premiere Pro and how to edit his videos, and I do agree with him. CapCut works quite nice. The only problem I have with CapCut Pro is when I put photos on with videos, they really ruin the photo a little bit when they're actually exporting it. And I have spent the last 2 years trying to figure out how I can fix that. The only way I've been able to figure it out with CapCut is if I want to put photos up, I've got to do a slideshow, save that, then do a talking video, and then insert the slideshow video. But that's the only real drama I have with CapCut Pro. There's a heap of YouTube videos out there trying to score views on it at the moment. You know, they're spying on you. If you're that worried about CapCut Pro spying on you, then how about you get rid of your Google Nests? How about you get rid of your iPhone? Here's an example. Collingwood won the football last night. I was totally in shock. I didn't expect them to win, but I'm not a Collingwood supporter, I never will be, but I was actually happy to see them win. You know, I like the underdog to win. And I mentioned to my wife, the Magpies had won. And that's their mascot sort of thing. Within 2 minutes, my Facebook was full of adverts for magpies, for birds. And my Instagram started coming up with sponsored posts for Collingwood. That's Google listening, okay? We got 6 Google Nests floating around this house at the minute. If I walk out there and say, I feel like hot dogs, guess what will come up on my Facebook? Hot dogs. So if you're worried about Capcut Pro actually looking at what you're doing, it's already doing what Google's doing. Now back to the point. Russ did say he prefers the Capcut Pro. Now, move that out of the way. It's a distraction. I've been off and on Premiere Pro over the last few years. I just put it back on about 4 months ago. I do agree it's quite complex to try and learn. I don't like colour editing. Colour editing is a bit like Sony photographers who are actually using presets on Lightroom. Tonight we're shooting with the Lumix vlogging camera, the G100, and I've got that in 4K, whatever mode it's set for it. Anyway, I won't colour edit it. I don't need to colour edit anything. Sometimes I just need to put a bit of dehaze down or change the shadows, but I was talking to a colour editor on the Lumix walk that we did around the city a month ago, and I did mention to him that, look, it's a stupid idea. I just asked him what he thought about it, and he actually sounded like he was a professor of it. He actually knew a lot more about it. But what I struggle with Premiere Pro is the features. Now, I did have DaVinci Pro for a while there, but they want nearly 400 Australian dollars for a license, and I don't want to pay that. Not up front, I haven't got that money, you know. I've got to spend that on medication. But Capcut Pro, Premiere Pro, wish they didn't all have Pro in it. I'm slowly, and I'm not stupid, I can watch YouTube all day, and I do, but it's doing my head in trying to watch Premiere Pro how-to videos. It's just too complex. I just want a simple, realistic vlog. I just want to help people be more creative. I want to help people to get out, talk to themselves, do vlogging, get their mental health right. That's what I really want people to do. Take up photography, go out, you know, work on your mental health. But with Premiere Pro, it's a little bit tricky. But it does have a bit of advantage over Capcut Pro if you've actually got photos to put in. And if I'm only using one mic tonight, but last night I had 2 mics. So if you've got 2 mics, you can adjust the stereo thing on it as well. And Capcut Pro is a lot of AI. Anyway, that's mostly what I wanted to talk about. With Russ, I'll follow him quite well. He's vlogging each day. And the Joneses, I'll put it in the comment, but I actually don't know what your first name is. I know your last name is Jones, but I can't remember what your first name is, so I'll put that in the comments and you can tell me what your first name is so I can actually talk to you like that. And I meant to tag Julian last night, because Julian hasn't vlogged for a while now. He had a birthday the other day, so if you know it's Juji, that's Julian. So it's a good happy birthday for him. He had it about a week ago. I've already wished him a happy birthday. And the main thing with vlogging at the moment is some people are thinking, oh, you're not getting many views. And I think it's Tara Michelle is her name. I've been following her for most of the last 6-7 years, maybe longer. My wife was following her, and through lockdown we followed her, and bye bug. So her style of vlogging, even though it's traditional vlogging and she's got, you know, a squillion followers, is very much the best way to type it. It is actually probably the best way to do your vlog. If you remember Batman from the 1960s, how he used to say, stay tuned for, you know, the next day, and stay tuned to the station you'll be seeing on the Batman. And that's how she does it, sort of thing, you know. Talk about what you're going to vlog the next day, and talk about what your vlog was yesterday, and it makes it a serial. And it saves you writing down, you know, 1 out of 31 or 5 out, you know what I mean? If you're doing 31 vlogs a day, you don't have to write what number you've done each day. Just each day talk about what you talked about yesterday, talk about what you've got tomorrow. I know this is turning a bit of a how-to, but that's the style that I'm with Mark Waters, who I've mentioned a few times. That's the style I'm trying to work on. Mark Waters is all about building your brand, although he's brought a video out today I haven't watched about watch out how you do your brand because you can get it wrong. The main thing is just sit down and chat, you know. And if you need inspiration, watch YouTube for a while because, you know, Russ, for some reason, I think he's 48 or 49, he's about 4 years younger than me. Honest to God, he is the closest thing I've got to a twin. We both deal with wheelchairs. We both have DJI, the Mimo app, Capcut Pro and Premiere Pro. We both vlog. He runs a small business, I used to do that, and he sounds a lot like a twin to me. I do like Russ, and hopefully Russ keeps posting. And Eating with the Jones, I love that too, because they show me a lot of New Mexico. And that's what I like. I do like people to talk each day, so I can just basically, you know, I'm in a home with a wife and 1 child, and my community around here don't speak much English, so they're all from India and Pakistan. So they're all little communities that don't want to talk to white people, so the main thing is chat on vlogging. So I'll put up a link for I think it's Sarah Michelle, but I'll put a link up as well. I really like her dad. Her dad's about my age, and he's assisting her with hardware and DIY stuff and building stuff for him, and they fly backwards and forwards between Los Angeles and California, and from California to Canada. They go backwards and forwards a lot each year. So they're Canadian, but they live in two countries, sort of thing. And that's what you really got to talk about, you know. My favourite type of vlog is the one type of vlog I can't make because I'm just not Steven Spielberg. I do like a little bit of B-roll, a little bit of talking, a little bit of B-roll, and every time I try and make it, it looks like a kid's crayon painting, you know, it looks messy. So today you got a little bit of B-roll at the front with the Vespa. And if I can get back out into the city next week, I might try and do that again as well. Anyway, the hob light's still working. My other light's there. And if you could see that, oh, I moved all my cactuses back here because they were suffering a bit from the cold air coming down with the frost, so I've got them under the roof at the moment. They're a bit stressed out. All right. So tomorrow, I have no idea what we're talking about yet. Let's figure that out. YouTube, where are you? YouTube channel. Oh, everybody's talking on YouTube again. Here we go. My channel. Come on, channel. Where are you? Who would ever guess YouTube's playing up when you want to talk about it, would you? Alright. Community tab. This is the worst thing about community tab, is it's so hard to get to. So now it's playing. Alright, so you can shut up. I'll let that sit there. So tomorrow we'll have another vlog, and Sunday will be the Sunday session. So stay tuned, and I'll be watching some more vlogs tonight once the football finals finishes for the game tonight. Anyway, I know it was a bit of a ramble, a bit of a how-to, but make sure you stay safe. Make sure you talk to people. Make sure you don't look at a white, because all I can see is stars at the moment. Anyway, guys, have fun. Do some vlogging. Don't worry about how many views you get. I'm getting 20 or 30 views. It doesn't worry me. It'll slowly build up, you know. It doesn't worry me. It just helps your mental health to talk anyway. All right. Love you.